They were 3-4 on a 2-game losing streak, 2 back-to-back blowouts essentially, losses by double digits. It was looking bad. And then the Rams come through and make the Niners feel good about themselves again, like the Rams really always do. And now I want to know, has your opinion of the Niners changed?
I mean, yes and no. Mostly no. I mean, here's the thing is like the 49ers have beat the Seahawks, the Rams, and the Panthers. The Rams twice. Those are the 3 teams that they beat. They have 4 wins. The Rams don't look like a good team. They don't look like the same team that won the Super Bowl last year at all. They lost a lot of really good players. Matt Stafford looks different. So, and Kyle Shanahan has shown,
They look like a bad team, actually, the Rams. They look like one of the worst teams in the NFC.
They look really bad, especially offensively. I mean, and defensively. They just look bad all around.
They can't tackle and they can't block. Other than that, they're a really sound team.
They got one good weapon, which is Cooper Kupp. Beyond that, what do they have?
Yeah, nothing.
So they're not. A lot of people are like, "Oh, that's a Super Bowl team from last year," but
it's a shell of a Super Bowl team. Them and the Panthers are 2 of the worst teams in the league.
Yes.
And the Niners, that's 75% of the Niners wins.
Yes.
The other win is over the Seahawks, which is interesting because they're actually a good team. Well, they look good.
They look good. On paper, they look good. And, they're riding, the wave right now. We'll see how it plays out for them. The good thing about the Seahawks is they're putting up points more than the 49ers are, but their defense is really, really bad. So I'm not, decided on the Seahawks whether those guys are legit or not yet. So I don't know. I'm still out on that. What do you think about the Seahawks?
Well, we're gonna come to the Seahawks. I want to stick with the Niners for a second because it feels like just the way the last 2 weeks happened and the way this win happened with Christian McCaffrey going crazy. A lot of Niner fans are saying like, man, like I saw Ryan Clark. He's not even a Niner fan saying the Niners and the Eagles are the teams to beat in the NFC. Like that may be, but if you only came to that conclusion because of the latest win over the Rams, I got to question how closely you're looking at this team because just a month ago, the Niners beat the Rams by 15, and now they beat them by 17. The Rams suck. So I feel like the Niners, we're 2 months in, and they haven't really been tested. The one test they got, they failed. Now, they did beat the Seahawks, but that was week 2, and the Seahawks have won 3 in a row. Now, they seem to be improving. I'm not going to change my opinion. I'm open to changing my opinion about the Niners, but not after they beat the Rams. I mean, the Rams suck and the Niners own them.
Yeah, I mean, and then look at the teams they lost to outside of the Chiefs. They lost to the Bears, the Broncos, and the Falcons. And the Bears and the Broncos are horrible,
right?
And they lost to them. And the Falcons are horrible. Like you said, they've really played one legit playoff team this year, maybe. I don't know, which is the Chiefs, and they did horrible.
Lost.
Yeah. So, and then you look at the rest of the schedule for the season. They're not playing too many Super Bowl contenders or playoff caliber teams. So it's going to be crazy because the regular season schedule ended up. We all thought it was pretty tough going into the season, but it looks like it's pretty easy. And so if they do make the playoffs, which they probably should, they're going to be facing the toughest competition they faced all year in the playoffs.
Yeah, I just want to point out that the Rams and the Panthers have combined for 7 double-digit losses this season. So those teams are, when they lose, they're really bad. They'll just, And so I guess, we got to see more from the 49ers. It felt good. I mean, I feel like it was a very cathartic experience. It got rid of it was a blowout win after 2 blowout losses. McCaffrey looked good, and Niner fans can go back to fantasy mode, which is, man, imagine when Debo comes back and Jimmy Garoppolo gets better and Kyle gets better and the offensive line. Like, you can get back to how great is this team going to be? Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
Yeah,
it would also help if they could play the Rams every time.
Right. And I think they have a lot of good pieces coming back after the bye week. A lot of people are coming back. And so that's great. My concern with the 49ers, why I'm cautiously optimistic and I'm hopeful, but it is 2 reasons. It's Jimmy and Kyle. Those are the reasons why I'm a little hesitant to say my opinions have changed with the 49ers. Those have been my 2 biggest doubts all year. It's not the defense. It's not the talent on offense. It's not the weapons. And, CMC he is a difference maker. And so, that does give me a little bit more confidence, but we still have Jimmy Garoppolo at quarterback. And despite his amazing game yesterday, he has shown in the past that he can be, he's average at best. Yesterday he had a great game. I'd give him an A. I think you gave him an A. But we've seen him have some D games and some F games and usually around C games. So I don't know. The question is Jimmy overall a better player now? I don't know. I'm not sure. Has Kyle learned from his mistakes in the past? I'm not convinced of that part yet either. So
yeah, Drees415 says, you tell him, Grant. Love the show, dog. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. See, Turley says, I'm on my flight from LAX right now. Hope you make it back okay, Grant. I did make it back. Hope you make it back okay. Gonna start creating content. Would love to collaborate. All right, man. Let's talk about it. I got a lot on my plate right now, but I'm sure we could work something out. Trade for Isaiah Wynn. I don't think the Niners can make any more trades. They have no more picks. I don't
That's a right tackle, right?
Yeah, but maybe they should because Mike McGlinchey's the worst player in the team. But we don't need to talk about Mike McGlinchey right now. We all kind of agree.